They were reunited in the grand hall. Billy rushed to embrace his wife, unaware that she was now his potential executioner. While Billy offered a warm embrace, Cindy tightened her grip on the hidden blade, ready to trade his life for power. Welcome to Wise Soul Tales, where we explore the deepest corners of the human heart through stories of love and betrayal. In a vibrant three-dimensional kingdom lived Billy and Cindy, a merchant couple known far and wide for their inseparable bond. Their business flourished under the golden sun, reflecting a partnership that seemed perfect to every envious eye, watching from the shadows. High above the bustling market, King Frederick and Queen Elsie watched their subjects from the balcony of their magnificent royal palace. Curious about the authenticity of such public affection, the royal couple decided to test the strength of Billy and Cindy's love. A summons was sent immediately, inviting the unsuspecting merchants to the palace for what they believed would be a great honor. Walking into the grand hall, they held hands tightly, unaware that their lives were about to change forever within these walls. The king ordered them to be separated, leading each to a private chamber to present them with a dark and twisted offer. In the dim light of the first chamber, King Frederick approached Billy with a proposition that would shake his very soul. He offered Billy the hand of the princess and the throne, but only if he would execute his beloved wife, Cindy. Billy recoiled in horror, refusing the sword immediately, declaring that no amount of power was worth the life of his love. He fell to his knees, begging the king to take back the offer, proving his heart was pure and true to Cindy. Impressed by his loyalty, the king left the room silently, satisfied that at least the husband possessed a heart of gold. Meanwhile, in the adjacent chamber, Queen Elsie approached Cindy with the exact same deadly proposition, testing the depths of her devotion. She was told that if she eliminated Billy, she would marry the prince and rule the kingdom with absolute power and wealth. Cindy hesitated for only a moment before the allure of the crown and riches began to poison her mind and heart. Blinded by ambition, she took the weapon, agreeing to sacrifice the man who had loved her more than life itself. They were reunited in the grand hall. Billy rushed to embrace his wife, unaware that she was now his potential executioner. While Billy offered a warm embrace, Cindy tightened her grip on the hidden blade, ready to trade his life for power. Before she could strike, the guards seized her. The king rose from his throne, his face twisted with shock and fury. Billy watched the dagger fall, his heart shattering into a million pieces as he realized the woman he loved wanted him dead. The king was enraged by this display of treachery. He saw Cindy not just as a traitor, but as a monster. In his blind rage, Frederick declared that if one woman could be so evil, then all women must carry the same darkness. He issued a terrifying decree, ordering the execution of every woman in the kingdom to purge the land of such deceit. Billy, despite his broken heart, begged for mercy, but the king's wrath was like a storm that no words could calm. Suddenly, the heavy doors swung open. Ahmad, a wise sage known for his ancient knowledge, stepped into the tense throne room. With a voice like calm water, Ahmad asked the king to pause his judgment and listen to a story from the past. The king paused, allowing the sage to speak. Ahmad began to weave a tale of a different couple from a distant land. He spoke of a humble husband and wife who were fleeing from bandits through a dark and dangerous forest many years ago. When the husband fell and death seemed certain, the wife did not run. She stood firm as a shield for him. She begged the bandits to take her life instead, offering her own blood to ensure her husband could live another day. Moved by her incredible sacrifice, the bandits spared them both. Her love was a fortress that even evil could not breach. Ahmad finished his story and looked at the king. The silence in the hall was heavy as the lesson sank in. The sage explained that just as one woman chose betrayal, another chose sacrifice. Good and evil exist in every single group. Frederick realized his folly. He could not condemn half of his kingdom for the sins of one person, blinded by greed. With a heavy sigh, the king revoked his cruel decree, sparing the women of the kingdom from his misplaced and fiery wrath. However, justice had to be served. Cindy was banished from the kingdom forever, left to live with the weight of her choice. Billy watched her leave, his heart scarred but healing. He thanked the sage for saving the innocent from a terrible fate. The king learned that a ruler must possess the wisdom to distinguish between the actions of one and the nature of many. Peace returned to the three-dimensional kingdom. The shadows of fear lifted, replaced by the warm glow of understanding and forgiveness. Billy continued his work, wiser and stronger. Though he walked alone, he was surrounded by the respect of his community. This story reminds us that light and darkness dwell side by side. We must choose which path we walk every day. Nature teaches us balance. For every storm that tears through the sky, there is a calm sunrise waiting to heal the land. Sage Ahmad continued his journey, carrying his stories to other lands, ensuring that wisdom would always prevail over blind and hasty anger. The king and queen ruled with softer hearts, remembering that true nobility lies in mercy and the ability to see the truth. Billy proved that betrayal does not have to harden the heart. He chose to remain kind in a world that hurt him. As the sun set over the kingdom, the people slept soundly, knowing that justice and wisdom were now guarding their dreams. The kingdom prospered not because of its wealth, but because it had learned the most valuable lesson of the human spirit. We learned that true love is a treasure that cannot be bought, while greed is a poison that destroys everything it touches. We also learn that we must judge each person by their own actions, never condemning a whole group for one person's sin. Billy found peace under the stars, knowing he stayed true to himself. His conscience was clear, unlike the one who betrayed him. 52. Justice is a delicate balance. It requires patience, wisdom, and the courage to admit when we are wrong, just like the king. The mothers and daughters of the land lived on to weave their own stories, thanks to the timely wisdom of a stranger. And so, the chapter closes on this tale of love, betrayal, and redemption, leaving us with questions to ask our own hearts. What would you choose if you were offered the world in exchange for your soul? The answer defines who you truly are. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the complexities of human nature. We hope this story has touched your spirit. If you found value in this tale, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more stories that matter. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Cindy deserved forgiveness? Or was her banishment the only fair justice? Stay tuned for our next adventure. We are dedicated to bringing you tales that nourish the mind and awaken the soul. Thank you for watching Wise Soul Tales. Remember that every heart holds the capacity for both great darkness and blinding light.